An enthusiastic crowd led by Pat Smythe of London, who will be officiating today in the chair. And a little cheer from the ball boys. I think we ought to say a word for the ball boys and the ball girls, of course, who come from schools in the Merton area and from Nork Park Secondary School in Banstead and from the Wandsworth School in Southfields. They've done a fine job, as usual. And the best thing one can always say about the ball boys is that you don't notice them. And they've been unobtrusive. And Peter Morgan, customary leading the players from the room onto the court. Here they are.
Yeah, thanks, Pete.
And there is, I can assure you, a sense of great expectation today, because this is a real clash of giants, and you're looking at a couple of tennis millionaires from prize money alone too. Jimmy Connors, in fact, won about $699,000 last year from prize money alone. And John McEnroe last year won over $1 million, along with Bjorn Borg. And of course, the great interest is that these two are vying for leadership of the American game. John McEnroe is now ranked 1 in America. He's overtaken Jimmy Connors by virtue of an absolutely sensational year he had last year. It started well for him in January when he won the Masters from Ashe.
Get that out of the way.
And then when he beat Connors and Borg back-to-back to win the WCT title. That was in 1979. And then, of course, he went on to win the US Open, beating Gerolaitis in that one-sided final last September. So he was clearly the best player in America last year. And I think it was something which really rather smarted with Jimmy Connors. He didn't like being displaced like that, and ever since he's been trying to get back. And of course, it's another curiosity of this match that they're both left-handed. Well, now, those of you who are keen followers of the game will not need reminding that we had just such a match as this, John McEnroe against Jimmy Connors, in the Wimbledon semi-final in 1977, Centenary Wimbledon, the first year that McEnroe had come here, and he set something of a record that year. He won 8 matches in succession. And if you're wondering how that happened, because of course there are only 7 for the winner. He started in the qualifying competition, got through to the semi-final, winning 8 matches, and Jimmy Connors stopped him there. That was their first meeting. But he did win a set. And since they've played another 13 times, the overall record is 10-4 for Jimmy Connors. And the important thing, I suppose, from the point of view of today's meeting, is that this year, Connors, trying to re-establish himself at the expense of McEnroe as the #1 American, has had 3 wins to 1 loss. And the last time they met was in that splendid Dallas final of the World Championship of Tennis event, won then by Connors 2-6, 7-6, 6-1, 6-2. And the only win McEnroe has scored over him was in the final of the US Indoor in Memphis just a few weeks earlier. So they haven't met since May, and they're both very, very keen indeed to win this one. And as we've said, Jimmy Connors, who for so long was the world's #1, between July 74 and April 79, he was always at the top of the ATP computer, except for 1 week when Borg temporarily overtook him. But now he is only at #3 in the world, behind Borg and his opponent today, McEnroe. Came from Belleville in Illinois, where his mother, Gloria, who was herself a good player and an astute tactician, taught him in his early days of playing, and he then came under the tutelage of that wily old veteran, Pancho Segura. He was a great junior player in America, won 7 titles, went, as all these Americans do, to his university, UCLA in his case, and in 1972, as a freshman, won the Intercollegiate Championships, which is something that only 2 other players have done. His opponent today did it, and Billy Martin as well. Now, Mark, I find it incredibly difficult to make any sort of prediction on this match, and I'm not even going to try at this stage. I'm going to wait and see how the match develops. Do you have any thoughts on the likely outcome?
Well, I must admit I have a preference for John McEnroe. Of course, we can see that he's got very free-flying strokes, but he is an enormously talented player, and he has a very wide range of shots. He has relatively rolled forehand and a relatively rolled backhand, so that he's happy to play passing shots. He has a good range of passing shots from both sides, but plays them more with control than sheer aggression. But his principal asset, and which is most players find enormously difficult to contain, is his service. He has what is known as a slice serve, and he can serve when he's playing well with pinpoint accuracy. And he opens up the service court, making it enormously difficult for the receiver to receive the serve consistently, return the ball consistently. And there we can see that McEnroe has won the toss and is going to serve.
1 minute.
His opponent, of course, Jimmy Connors, is an enormously competitive individual, and that's one of his greatest attributes. He never gives in until the last point is over. But his great shot is his double-handed backhand. And I presume he learnt this from Pancho Segura. He himself was a great exponent of the double-handed shot. Not a great serve, but an adequate serve. And consequently is very much at home on the back of the court, doesn't always go into the net. He likes to vary it. But tremendous ground strokes. But a principal characteristic of his game is aggression. He likes to attack every ball. He takes every ball whenever possible on the rise. Truly spectacular player.
Get ready to play, please.
Pat Smythe calling them to order. They're allowed 5 minutes warm-up, which they've now had. And a real buzz of excitement around this court, which is now beginning to fill up. We've been entertained by the band of the Welsh Guards earlier, which has been a tradition established some years ago, and a very popular one on finals day, both today, ladies' finals day, and tomorrow men's. And I'm sure they'll both be a little bit strung up. The early stages, both hoping for a good start. So now let's settle down with some of the 37 countries around the world who'll be enjoying the tennis over these next 2 days from Wimbledon for this second men's semi-final.
Love 15. All.
And I suppose McEnroe nowadays regarded as probably the best natural volleyer in the game.
30-15. (40-15). Game to McEnroe. First game, first set. Oh. 15 love. Oh. 30 love.
Well, I think he may have thought that was a fault, but he said nothing, and that's to his credit.
(40 love).
Well, one of the quickest reactors to a moving ball I know. Just as well then, he might have been polexed.
Game to Connors. One game all. First set.
And a perfect start then by Connors too.
Love. (15 all).
Not by much.
30-15.
In a sense, Connors lucky that yesterday he had that long match against the left-hander, Roscoe Tanner, because he's returning serve well from the very start of the match.
All. .30. Game to McEnroe. Two games to one, McEnroe leads. First set.
The score 1-2. Jimmy Connors to serve.
Love 15. Love 30.
And that one we must put down as an error. He was right on the ball.
Love 40.
It's a real chance now for John McEnroe.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please.
Thank goodness for that.
Well, he's always ready with a quip. But it's love 40. No time for jokes.
.40. .40.
Fast as he is, he couldn't reach that volley. Still break point.
Game to McEnroe. Three games to one, McEnroe leads in the first set.
And so the first psychological blow struck by the younger man. there's the McEnroe camp, Stacey Margolin, John's brother and his father.
Love 15. All.
That was a brutal serve, not with perhaps the pace of Tanner, but that wicked slice made it so difficult to return.
Up. What? 15-30.
So that's one double fault apiece. And there was that double-handed shot, which is so effective, and one which Mark Cox believes might have a bearing on the outcome. 2 break points now for Connors.
Out. 30-40.
Well, no call. Not easy from us, from our vantage point, to tell whether that was even remotely near a doubtful call.
Deuce. Advantage, McEnroe. First service. McEnroe leads by 4-1, first set.
Well, some spectacular serving by John McEnroe gets him out of trouble, and this last point of that last game was a typical indication of the value of a left-handed slice serve, taking Connors very wide on the forehand. Connors down the line, and the court is completely open, but Connors is across with his great double-handed shot down the line. But McEnroe was there to play the winning volley. But he's 1-4, first set.
15 love. Love. Thirty, 15.
Jimmy Connors certainly looking very sharp indeed. He was very perky when I spoke to him this morning. He'd been out there practicing with Gottfried and Ramirez for about half an hour.
$40-30. Game to Connors. Four games to 2, McEnroe leads in the first set.
Well, I'm sure so many viewers will remember the way he destroyed Ken Rosewell in the 1974 final here, and I think he's playing just as well at the moment, hitting the ball just as hard and returning serve as well against a much better serve. 4-2.
Love. Love.
That's 3 complete aces from McEnroe. He does have trouble sometimes not throwing the ball high enough. That was what he was telling himself.
$30-15. $40-15.
There was the touch that Mark Cox was speaking of on the volley. Well, there was no doubt in his mind. One of the clearest
First
balls of
service.
net we've had all fortnight. Well, it'll be interesting to see how he reacts.
No, the call came before the ball was played.
He never even called it.
Well, no, yes, he called
No,
it.
he never said anything.
He called a fault,
He didn't call a fault, he just went like that.
and he called a fault. Player left, please.
Could I have the referee, please?
No, not.
Could I have the referee?
No. Play on.
I'd like to have the referee. I'd like the referee. I'm not playing on until you get the referee. I'd like the referee. I feel I have a right to get the referee. I'd like the referee.
Come here. Mr. McEnroe.
Are you going to call the referee?
You can only call the referee on the point of law.
But that is a point of law. I want the referee out here right now. I aced it. Wait.
That's for me to decide.
In your opinion, he could have gotten that ball?
Yes. He could have gone for it.
He could have. I aced it. How could he have gone?
Yes, he could have gone for it. Play on, please.
I'd like the referee.
Play on.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing until you get the referee.
Connors very sensibly just letting the storm blow itself
Mr.
out.
McEnroe, you are getting a public warning. Now, please play on.
Pat Smythe issuing the public warning, which under the code of conduct he must do. And if anything like this happens again, he'll be able to dock a point from McEnroe. Jimmy Connors quietly amused, perhaps
First
remembering
service.
some of his own past exploits. Much more mature now these days, Connors.
Quiet, please.
2 balls or 1 ball?
2. Playing the left.
Well, what a pity that McEnroe had his first real outburst at these championships. We'll see how it affects him. 40-15. Let. Well, what a silly display of temper. He was 40-15 at the time. Certainly there was a lot of chalk on the serve in question, but it might have been beyond the line. 40-30.
How was that?
New balls, please.
Keep your mouth shut out here. I'd like the referee out here.
McEnroe leads by 5 games to 2. First set.
Well, it's the first change of balls. Perhaps that will change Jimmy Connors' luck. He's 2-5.
Love.
Oh, I say.
And of course, Jimmy Connors milking the situation for all it's worth.
All. 30-15.
John McEnroe Sr., he's a lawyer. He might be needed out here yet.
All. Well,
that was always going to be a good volley. It had a great deal of backspin on it. And it shows, though, that the court is still a little bit dead. Playing very true, though.
Deuce. Quiet, please. Advantage, Connors.
What a difference in attitude.
Deuce. Advantage, Connors.
That really was a tremendous point. Connors raking the lines with those flat drives. And it's his third chance for 3-5.
Deuce.
A great athlete this man is.
Advantage, McEnroe.
Well, another of those marvellous improvised returns, just rolling the wrist over to dip the ball low. And it's given him a set point.
Deuce.
Well, that was a miraculous volley because actually the ball clipped the top of the net.
First service. Advantage, Connors. Game to Connors. Love. All. $30-15.
And I wonder what he'll say this time. It was a foot fault.
All.
Well, he's entitled to ask the football judge what it was that caused the foot fault.
Play on, Mr. McEnroe.
Despite all the ructions and the stoppages and the asides and the foot faults, it's set point for the second time.
Game and first set to McEnroe. Six games to 3.
In just 42 minutes.
So to start the second set, Jimmy Connors to serve.
Love. All.
And if there's one shot in the Connors armoury, which over the years has been his Achilles heel, it's that forehand approach, particularly off a low ball. And that's his second double fault. They've now served 2 each. And break point.
30-40.
And Jimmy Connors has just come out of a minor problem. He was 15-40 down in this first game of the second set. And he's back to deuce.
Advantage, McEnroe.
He's deadly overhead. Used to be a good basketball player at high school days, and he leaps up so high for those smashes.
Advantage, Connors.
And he took that return so early. He has that facility.
Advantage, Connors. Good serve. Advantage, Connors. Play on, please.
There's the block right there.
Well, this is so
Play on,
unnecessary.
please. Quiet,
And I'm
please.
afraid he's going to alienate all support.
Would you let me start talking to players? Can we just play the match?
You play the match,
I'm
son.
trying to play the
Please,
match.
gentlemen. Get on with the tennis.
Quite right, Mr. Smythe.
You never question the call, is that right? I said one thing and you're
Serve
like,
up,
oh,
please.
crazy.
Do my little son better than
I'm
you,
just
son.
trying, that's all I'm doing.
Well, all very unfortunate and unnecessary. Advantage colours.
Game to Connors. First game, second set, first set to McEnroe.
Second set, Love won, McEnroe to serve, having won the first set.
Love 15.
And that was a leaf right out of McEnroe's own book. Almost a half volley. Lob, I don't think that fall has hurt him. He fell yesterday. Matter of fact, hurt his left knee a little bit against Tanner.
Love 30. Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from making noises till the rally is finished. Thank you.
Difficult to stop them when the tennis is as good as this. McEnroe standing a little wider than usual.
Fifteen, 30. Second service. Fifteen, 40.
Well, that's Connors at his very, very best. And that is the danger of the slice serve wide. It does leave that gap. It takes the sort of shot that Connors just played to make it tell. 2 break points. He's almost made that his trademark, hasn't he? Adjusting his laces.
games to love. Connors leads in the second set. Love 15.
And among the millions watching this match around the world, we've recently been joined by New Zealand.
All.
In fact, the tennis from Wimbledon today has been enjoyed in all 5 continents.
Thirty, 15. All.
Well, Connors was 3 times within a point of losing his serve in the first game of this set. He won it after 4 deuces. Here's another chance for McEnroe.
Advantage Connors.
As Connors takes himself to game point. We've been in play for just an hour. We've only played 11 games.
Game to Connors. Connors leads by 3 games to love. Second set. First set to McEnroe.
Well, Jimmy Connors just dispatching a ball boy to the dressing room for something he requires.
McEnroe to serve. Love 3, second set.
Love 15.
Well, he's mishit a few of those from the baseline, but what a wonderful lob again.
All. 30-15. All. 40-30.
McEnroe really needed that good first serve at that moment. If he's going to stand a chance of pulling this set back, he's only one break down.
Game to McEnroe. Three games to 1. Connors lead in the second set. Love.
Well, you won't see a better rally than that, and a pity that McEnroe just didn't make the little touch volley.
All. 30-15. All.
The control of the racket face is absolutely marvellous at full stretch like that. So, in every one of Connor's service games, this is his third service game, in this set there have been break points. And every time he's escaped.
Advantage, Connors. Game, Connors. Connors leads by 4 games to 1, the second set. First set to McEnroe.
Well, Jimmy Connors was really up against it to hold his serve, and let's see one of the great rallies that we saw in the last game. Connors to serving McEnroe's forehand. Connors moving into the net behind that double-handed backhand to McEnroe's backhand. He's at the net for the volley, but McEnroe runs across and plays a superb topspin forehand volley for a cross-court forehand for a winner. A superb shot. And let's see McEnroe in full flight. See the athleticism of this player, and the variety of shot that he has. A backhand. Look how he's on his toes all the time. Notice how he stretches well, regains his position, moves back into court very, very quickly into the net as soon as he gets the chance. All the time moving into the ball. 1-4, second set.
Love 15.
Well, he's limping a little, but he's moving pretty quickly in between.
Love 30.
Another of those little asides by Connors to the crowd nearby. All very distracting for the server.
Oh, you saw that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I said.
15-30.
Well, he'll be in danger of a warning from Pat Smythe, who's having no nonsense today, I'm glad to say. He's controlling the match very firmly. 15-30.
All. 30.
And not unexpectedly, a rally like that stopping the show. What a competitor.
Advantage, McEnroe. Nobody over there. Second service.
McEnroe digging quite a hole with his back foot as he drags it into the serve.
Game to McEnroe. Four games to 2. Connors lead. Second set. 15 love. Thirty love.
Oh, yes.
30-15.
Well, he hasn't pulled off as many of those beautiful passes there with controlling topspin as usual, partly because Connors has been punishing his ground strokes so hard and so deep.
30-40.
So yet again a break point against him. It's happened now in every service game in this set. And being only one break ahead, he can't really afford to lose it.
Deuce.
On the line.
Advantage, McEnroe.
An ace. And he can hardly believe it, but there was absolutely no doubt about it. That's Jimmy Connors' first clean ace of the match.
Advantage, McEnroe.
And the point about that shot was he could so easily have gone across the court with the same sort of action and just rolled the wrist at the last minute. You can't pick it. And break point again.
Deuce.
And in the course of this set, McEnroe has now had 10 points to break the Connors serve, and he's failed on all of them.
Advantage, Connors. Deuce.
It is extraordinary. Quite often a player will begin to get a mental block about this sort of situation, being able to win the add points to the server to bring it back to deuce, but failing all the time on the break points.
Advantage, McEnroe.
And I know how he feels. It's a dreadful block. That's 11. 4 in this game.
Advantage Connors.
So a second chance for Connors to go 5-2 ahead.
Deuce.
This has now become the longest game in the match. 5-6 deuces.
Advantage McEnroe. First service. Second service.
Well, you can almost touch the tension out there. Well, that's 5 break points he's had. He's tried blocking the ball, he's tried hitting like he did then. He doesn't know what to do.
Advantage McEnroe.
And this one game has been on 11 minutes already.
Deuce. Advantage McEnroe.
And one feels that the match is building to something of a minor climax right here. A desperately important game now for both men to win. The 7th chance for McEnroe.
Deuce.
And it's become a matter of mental ascendancy.
First service.
Brilliant.
Advantage, McEnroe.
And once he realised how deep his shot to the corner had been, he was up to the net like a gazelle. Well, it's number 8 in this game.
What do you have to say about that?
The umpire has overruled the call of fault.
First service.
And I think they're both happy about that. No sign of dissent from McEnroe. But it's still his advantage.
Deuce.
And the longer it goes on, the more important it is to win.
Quiet, please.
We've had 10 deuces, and it's been in play for 15 minutes.
Advantage, Connors.
Well, you've simply got to admire the guts of this man. Tremendous rally, that. And it's only his 3rd chance to win the game.
New balls, please.
Connors serving to McEnroe's forehand, return deep to the double-handed backhand of Connors. Exchanging backhands at the moment, keeping tremendous length. A ball down the middle by McEnroe to Connors' forehand, but Connors concentrating on McEnroe's backhand. That's where most of the errors have been coming from. McEnroe hitting to the forehand, into the net, in the volley position, and volleys very deep to Connors' double-handed backhand, a cross-court shot, which McEnroe half volleys, but Connors picks and hits down the line for a winner. 2-5, second set.
having survived that 16.25-minute game. Connors obviously full of confidence. Superb return.
All.
And of course we must remember it still is only one break of serve, although it's 2-5. And McEnroe is such a scrapper himself, he'll be right back given half a chance. Connors said last night that his long match with Tanner wouldn't affect him today. In fact, he thought it might make him sharper. It seems he was right.
All.
And the reason he's not serving so well at this stage of the match is that the returns are so embarrassing him. And that marvellous example has given Jimmy Connors set point.
Deuce. Advantage, McEnroe.
And even the mishits are going in now. Actually, that wasn't in, but it was so close that McEnroe had to play it.
Game to McEnroe. Five games to 3. Connors leads second set.
Well, of course, McEnroe himself knows that he's had 13 break points.
15 love.
Oh.
15-all.
That's where he's so good. I mean, the touch on those two shots, absolutely marvellous.
$30-15.
And even when his opponent stays back behind his serve, he was able to get in first to the net.
First service.
Oh.
30-all.
And a reply by McEnroe to something that Connors had done to him earlier in the match. Exactly the same shot into the corner.
$40-30.
After missing all those chances, for the second time, McEnroe facing set point.
Well served. Second set